She helped me understand what healthy eating is, how many meals you should eat a day, what good nutrition is, what types of vitamins I needed to maintain a healthy body and a healthy lifestyle. She also dealt with some of the emotional pieces of healthy eating. I have a lot more energy. I've always been pretty energetic, but with the 7-pound weight loss on my frame, it's helped me exercise frequently, almost every day, and I'm training for a half marathon, which will be in a few weeks. Oh, that's exciting.
So, if you'll pardon the pun, here's the skinny. I'll start with the nutrition aspect, since it's probably what you're most familiar with. Now, there are all kinds of fad diets out there. Eat less carbs, eat nothing but seafood, never touch anything that's been boiled, all kinds. In fact, the American Dietetic Association suggests that 23% of Americans are confused or frustrated about diet information. But we believe that the real key to healthy nutrition is balance. The right amount of foods in the right proportions with the right blend of nutrients. That's why you'll find that our book represents dietary information in an easy-to-read, easy-to-understand format that makes it completely clear, based on proven scientific evidence, what is best for your body. For instance, have you heard that certain fats are good for you, and some, of course, are not? Do you know which ones and why? Or what foods contain them? It's in the book. Have you heard that the ratio of foods that are hunted versus the percentage that are gathered is important? But which ones are which? That's in there too. Or that cholesterol is bad, but wait, cholesterol is actually good. Or is it bad again? No wonder people get frustrated and anxious when they try a new weight loss plan. The information is confusing, poorly presented, and often just plain contradictory. With 7 experts on board, that worry goes away. All 7 of us have consulted dozens of diets, scientific papers, books, and lectures to really distill the information that matters into something you can understand and, most importantly, trust. Using Dr. Andrea's accessible style and no-nonsense approach, you'll soon discover not only what you should be avoiding, but also what you should be increasing. And yes, this is one of those unusual diets where you actually get to eat. And where there's a controversy, we're not afraid to present both sides of the argument as clearly as possible. Here's an example. Coconut oil. Some people say it's high in saturated fat, which is bad. Some people say, sure, but it also has lauric acid, which is a medium-chain fatty acid that can be a great choice for a healthy heart. The jury's out, and it may be that different people react differently to it. Most nutritionists would leave a subject like that well alone. But we believe you deserve to know the facts, not just the opinions. So we make sure we leave you with a practical action point. If you're going to choose coconut oil, make sure it's pure and not hydrogenated. It's a small example, but it demonstrates our philosophy. You can be trusted with your diet. That's an important difference between our collaborative approach and most of the other diets out there. They tend to be more dictatorial about your diet. Eat this, don't eat that. That's because when one person is given free rein to voice their opinion, they are the loudest and, in fact, only voice in the room. As we're seeing, that can lead them to focus on their own prejudices and personal crusades instead of giving a fair hearing to others. But hey, it's not just the nutritionalists and family doctors we had to rein in. I'm a perfect example myself of someone who needs others to give my ideas form and clarity. When we were constructing the 7 Experts diet, I constantly advocated for a particular exercise that could only be done in the gym. Over and over, I tried to get it included, but the other 6 experts wouldn't have any of it. Mel, they would say to me, you need to focus on what people are likely to achieve, not just what they could achieve. I don't mind telling you, it felt like a slap in the face at first. I knew this exercise could help, but with all those other voices telling me the same thing, I finally realized that I was trying too hard to impose what had been successful for me, and not thinking carefully enough about what would be successful for 99% of other people. So I refined my program and made it something that anyone could do, with or without a gym, and the murmurs of approval from around the table made it clear that my friends, none of whom are jiu-jitsu state champions, would have a lot more of an easy time now that I had run it past them. Would I have come to that conclusion without 6 brilliant weight loss specialists to whisper in my ear? I doubt it.
Basically, her positive attitude. I wasn't afraid to come in there if I had gained a pound or 2, because if anything, her and her people helped bring me back in the line and offered suggestions, little things that helped a lot.
And how much weight did you lose?
50 to 55 pounds.
Oh, that's great. And did you feel like you have more energy and more self-esteem?
Yes, more energy, and also I feel better when I look in the mirror after I take a shower.
Perhaps the one thing that we all agreed on, which is great news for you, is that for most people, starting a diet is the easy part. Day 1 and day 2 are tough, but nothing like as hard as day 10. That's why we wanted to make sure that everything in our revolutionary plan was something that you could follow without giving up on the fun things in life. And just as importantly, we wanted to make sure that when you had doubts, and it's 100% natural to sometimes have doubts, we would be there to help you get back on track. All 7 of us have worked in the field of self-discipline in some way, whether it be Dr. Josh preparing his patients for surgery, Dr. Jason helping his clients with an emotional problem, or Conchetta and I working with someone who had punishing physical goals to achieve. What we discovered independently, but found the means to articulate collectively, was that if you want to have lasting results from your weight loss program, you want to change behaviors not just for 2 weeks, but for life. You need to be able to harness the power of the subconscious mind. Try this simple exercise now. Close your eyes and keep repeating the words, Tahiti, 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 while letting your mind drift off to a beautiful island paradise. Sounds great, but since your conscious mind is doing all the work, you could only focus on Tahiti for a short space of time before all the other things you have to do with your day start crowding it out and making you think about kids, dinner, and work instead. The trick, and there's a simple trick, to harnessing the subconscious allows you to be focusing on sticking with your diet even when you're not actively thinking about it. Imagine that. Instead of constantly telling your body that you're not hungry or willing yourself to walk to pick your kids up in the cold. Instead, you're driven by the subconscious to do those things without having to focus constantly on the hard parts of dieting. And that's just one of the many, many techniques we will share with you in the 7 Experts Diet. In addition to things like how to avoid stress eating by avoiding stress in the first place, how to trick your body into losing weight inevitably rather than trying to control it, how to deactivate the memory of junk food and detoxify without effort.
Eating smaller meals, more meals throughout the day. Before I started the program, I would literally drink coffee all morning. Come noon, I would be starving, and most of the time I ate the wrong thing, something that wasn't very good for me. And Dr. Creighton helped me actually eat smaller, portion-controlled meals throughout the day. I lost 10 pounds, just enough to fit in my clothes a little bit better. Didn't want to move to the next size.
But that makes a huge difference.
It really does. I would tell anybody that was thinking about using the system, whether you want to lose 5 pounds or 105 pounds, that this program works, and I absolutely recommend it to anybody.
Folks, this isn't some crazy fad that some buffoon with way too much time in a lab coat and way too little time in the real life came up with. It's the real deal. A real way to lose weight brought to you by 7 experts in the field. It's a cumulative result of 7 lifetimes of work. And it's the key to changing not only the way you think, but the way your body behaves so that you can achieve, stick with, and even exceed your weight loss goals. So, is this a $1,000 diet that nobody can afford? It is not. Is it a few $100 meant only for the rich and famous? It is not. Is it even $100, making it a pretty big investment for the rest of us? Not even close. In fact, for the knowledge, expertise, skill, and years of experience that have gone into creating the 7 Experts Diet, all you pay is the price below. It's designed to help people, and the only way we could do that is to make it affordable. So, for this one price, this one time, you get all the weight loss benefits, and it's less than the price of a meal out. Sound reasonable? In fact, more than fair? I hope you agree. So please, take charge of your weight right now. For the price below, you get all 7 of us working for you and helping you to meet your weight loss goals. To get started, simply click the button below. We look forward to helping you.